Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I come to talk to you about Yut Nori, an event that celebrates Halloween on May 2. I will explain how this event works, what loot can you get from it, and how to make the most out of it. Like all my other videos, this one is mostly based on May 2's wiki page for this event. Everything I present you in this video is already there so that you can check it out. I'll leave the link to the pages in the description of this video. So, without further ado, let's hop into the video. Contrary to other events, there is no level restriction for you to participate in this one. The event will be running from October 1st to November 1st, but the item shop offers and the drop of the event items will be deactivated on October 31st, 11:59 PM Central European Time. This event's goal is to provide you with damage boosts, chests containing important refinement items, and other types of rare content like sashes that are only available during this time period. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's start with the basics. The main component of this event are the Birch Branches. You can drop them on any monster as long as they are within your level range. The branches go directly into the event interface, and when you pick up the 28th branch, the branches counter will reset back to 0, and the Yut Nori board counter will increase by 1, since you need 28 branches to create the board for the minigame. You can carry a maximum of 999 boards with you. One of the functionalities of the Yut Nori boards is to trade them for a Yut Nori Secret. You can do this by going to the Yut Nori table NPC located in the village and select the last option. This exchange has a cost of 50,000 yangs per unit. This is the option that most players prefer, since the Yut Nori Secret is a consumable item that lasts for 30 minutes and gives you 10% strong against monsters, 20% bonus experience, and 5% item drop. And its effect remains even upon death. Since the event lasts for a whole month, you can farm hundreds, if not thousands, of these Yut Nori Secrets. If you farm this amount, the items will most likely last you for a whole year or so, until this event comes back again. So it's kinda like having a semi-permanent damage boost to use whenever you want. You can use your Yut Nori board to start the minigame in the event interface. This minigame is often ignored by players that prefer to trade all of their Yut Nori boards for Yut Nori Secrets. But there are some players that are not interested in this trade and want other types of rewards that I will mention later on in this video. And to do that, they have to play the Yut Nori minigame. You can start the minigame by pressing the start button, and it will cost you 30,000 yangs. Unfortunately, you cannot use multiple Yut Nori boards at the same time like in the Catch the King event minigame. Here, you are forced to use only one at a time. Upon starting the minigame, you will be presented with this game interface. Let's start analyzing its components. You will be playing against a computer, and at the bottom, you can see two pumpkin-looking discs, which are your pieces, and these two Jason Mask-looking discs at the right, which are the computer's pieces. At the center of the interface, there is a board containing empty slots where you and the computer will play your respective pieces. You will both start at the bottom right of the board, and your goal is to complete the whole board and go back to the start slot. There are 4 slots that contain arrows. If you land on one of these slots, you are allowed to take shortcuts. I'll explain this concept better in a few minutes, with some visual examples. At the top right, you can see a score field, which displays your current points, a moves field, which displays your available moves, and a field called chance. Now, it makes sense for me to start explaining you the rules, tips, and tricks for this minigame, so that you can understand the importance of these 3 components. So, first things first. Instead of dices, this game uses 4 Yut sticks. Each stick has a rounded side and a flat side. All rounded sides are all the same on the 4 sticks, but the flat side on one of the sticks has a marked skull. This is important to count the value of each throw. These are the 6 combinations of sticks that can occur. Basically, every flat-sided stick will allow you to move your piece 1 slot forward, but there are 2 exceptions, the mow and the back dough. The back dough is basically the same as the dough, which allows you to move 1 slot forward, but the flat-sided that you get is the one with the marked skull, meaning that instead of moving 1 slot forward, you move 1 slot backwards. The mow allows you to move 5 slots if you get all 4 rounded sides. If you get a mow or a Yut throw, you can throw the sticks again without having to wait for your opponent's turn. To decide who's playing first, you and the computer will throw the sticks and the one with the lowest value gets to go first. In case of a draw, the computer is the one who starts. To throw the sticks, you must click on the throw button, but before you do that, make sure to increase the odds of getting a -1 on your throw, which is the lowest value possible. You can do that by selecting the backdoor name on the chance field list and then click on the throw button. After that, the game begins. After each throw, you can select which of the game pieces you want to move. If you don't have pieces on the board, you can select one of these pieces that are outside of the board here. You start every game with 20 available moves and 250 points. If you can't finish the game within these 20 moves, or if the computer finishes the game before you, you will lose. To finish the game, either you or the computer need to cross the finish line with 2 game pieces. There are some actions in the minigame that will either award you 10 points or make you lose 10 points. For an instance, throwing your Yut sticks will make you lose 10 points. For every opponent's game piece that reaches the finish line, you lose 10 points. On the flip side, for every game piece of yours that reaches the finish line, you receive 10 points. For every game piece of yours that gets captured by the opponent, you lose 10 points. And, on the other hand, for every game piece of the opponent that you manage to capture, you gain 10 points. But what does it mean to capture a game piece? Let's use this scenario as an example. If I throw a +1 here, which allows me to move 1 slot forward, and I choose the bottom game piece for me to move, I will end up on top of the opponent's piece. By doing this, I can capture the opponent's piece, gaining 10 points and removing it from the board and back to the opponent's hand, so that he has to start all over again. You can also use this technique to stack your own game pieces. Let's say that this is the new scenario. If I throw a -1 here and I choose to use this piece, I will move 1 slot backwards, stacking both of my pieces on the same slot. Now, on my next move, both pieces will move at the same time. For example, if I throw a +3 here, my 2 pieces will reach the finish line and the game will be over. Also, note that to reach the finish line, you don't need to throw the exact value. That's why in this position here, I could win by throwing a +3, a +4, or a +5. There is not a defined strategy for this game, since it is so RNG based. Still, I gathered 6 tips to help you out. The first one is that you can anticipate some of the computer's moves. You see, the computer will always prioritize capturing your pieces. Look at this example. Even if the computer throws a +1 here, which would place this piece in a very good position, it will always choose to move the other piece so that it can capture yours. And you can play around that. This is why the minigame is so difficult. Not only are you playing a very RNG based game, but you are playing it against an opponent that doesn't care about points like you do. His priority is just to make you lose. The second tip I can give you is that, since the computer focuses a lot on capturing your pieces, if you get low values on your throws, it is very easy to just stay on these first stages of the board, stuck in a loop where you capture the computer's pieces and then he captures yours. This will make you lose a lot of moves and points. I know it's not ideal, but sometimes it's just better to let the computer take the lead, and then you try to win the game through shortcuts or by capturing its pieces on later stages of the board, so that he cannot punish you on the next round. The third tip is a no-brainer, but still, I feel like I need to remind you. Stack 2 pieces on top of each other whenever you can. This will save you a lot of points, but be careful where you do it, because if the computer captures a stacked piece of yours, you will lose 20 points instead of 10, since you lost 2 pieces instead of 1. The fourth tip is for you to use in last resource, or if the opponent is on the lead, which is to place 1, or even better 2, of your pieces stacked on the first slot, and then, on the next round, you try to throw a -1, so that you can move 1 slot backwards and reach the finish line. This is the fastest way to win, but it only works if there is no chance of the opponent to capture your pieces. Otherwise, as you know, the computer will always prioritize the capture. One other thing that you can do is just let 1 game piece at the first slot, while the other piece runs the board and tries to reach the finish line in the regular way. On every throw, you increase the odds of throwing a -1 so that you can reach the finish line with this piece, and if you get any other value other than a -1, you just use it on the other piece. For the fifth tip, I want to talk about these arrow slots. As I mentioned before, they are great to take shortcuts like these and might win you the game. You should definitely take advantage of them whenever you can. The sixth and last tip is one of the most important ones. Do not forget to increase the odds of your desired throw whenever you are throwing the sticks. Choose the combination that will help you the most so that you are more likely to get it. And please, don't leave a -1 selected when you don't have any pieces on the board, because that will make you skip a turn if you do get the -1 throw. I hope these tips will help you, and I think that's all in terms of the minigame. Let's jump into the rewards. Depending on how many points you got left when you finish the game, you will get different rewards. Less than 150 points will get you a bronze Yut Nori bundle. 150 to 219 points will get you a silver Yut Nori trophy. And lastly, if you manage to get 220 points or more, you will receive a golden Yut Nori trophy. The Yut Nori trophies are tradable and contain its corresponding Yut Nori bundles. When you open a golden Yut Nori trophy, you get one guaranteed mysterious shard, and when you open a silver one, you have a small chance to receive that same shard. I'll talk more about these mysterious shards in a moment, but for now, let's check the rewards that these bundles can contain. The chests contain a lot of rewards, and you can check the full list on the wiki pages or on the event NPC by selecting the second option, Your Reward. I will only list the most interesting ones. The bronze Yut Nori bundles are the classic event bronze chest. They can contain small amounts of experience, yang, or one Yut Nori board for you to play another minigame. The silver Yut Nori bundles can contain magic stones, an item enchantment plus, a B-type item enchantment, and potions of wisdom. Lastly, the golden Yut Nori bundle can contain the same rewards as the silver one, and additionally, it can contain a mighty lolly, precious and mystical core draconish, blacksmith stones, moonstones, titanium dioxides, and 20 hours tiger bone earrings, which increase your attack value by 200. There is also a ranking for the top 10 players with the most points collected on the minigames. At the end of the event, they will receive additional rewards. Top 1 will receive 10 golden Yut Nori bundles, top 2 will receive 5, top 3 will receive 3, and top 4 to top 10 will receive only 1. You can check your ranking position on the event NPC on the third option, Ranking. So, let's now talk about the mysterious shards. You already know how to obtain them, but what do you do with them? Well, if you go to the event NPC and select the first option, Refinement, you will see a crafting window where you can craft these shards in combination with some designs to get some chests. These designs are sold for 30,000 yangs at the same NPC. Just click on the fourth option, Open Yut Nori Shop, to check them. About the chests, not all of them cost the same amount of mysterious shards, but not all of them are worth buying. You can check the complete list of rewards of each chest on the wiki pages, but I will mention here the ones that players tend to buy and the best rewards they can contain. The Haunted Pet chest costs 11 mysterious shards and it can contain random pets like Wayne, Astrabel, and Mr. Jiangxi. The Sash box costs 9 mysterious shards and it can contain a wide variety of 1%, 5%, or 10% absorption sashes. Players tend to buy this chest due to some of the sashes here being extremely rare, like the Show Sash. Some players pay a lot of money for them. There are other interesting chests on this list, so I advise you to check the wiki pages for more information, since you might find some chests that suit you better. Also, if you don't spend your mysterious shards by the end of the event, don't worry, because they will not disappear. You can keep them and use them for next year's Yut Nori Halloween event. Like every other event, this one also has its fair share of item shop boosts. You can buy Birch Branches for dragon coins if you don't want to farm them. You can buy the golden, silver or bronze Yut Nori chests to receive 140, 28 or 7 Birch Branches respectively. The golden one costs 89 dragon coins, while the silver costs 19 and the bronze one costs 6. During this event, the item shop is also filled with a wide variety of costumes, pets, and mounts. I won't go through all of them, you can explore the shop on your own. But I will talk about a certain combination of items that is really interesting and I don't see anyone talking about it. Let's look at one of the available sets, the Witch Doctor set, released in 2023. All the 5 components of this set can be obtained in the item shop during the event, either through direct purchase, like the armor costume and helmet costume, or, in the case of the pets, mount, and the lollies amulets, through the Will of Doom gliders available in the item shop, and, potentially, through Dutch auctions and flash sales in the nearby future. You can also get one of the lolly amulets on the golden Yut Nori bundles, as I mentioned before. Now, if you use all 5 items, you will get a set bonus of 150% experience, 5% strong against metin stones, 7% strong against monsters, and 5% item drop. But what if I told you that you can increase the experience bonus up to 250%? You can do that by mixing 2 different sets. With that being said, let me introduce you to the second set, the Dokkaebi set, released in 2021. Although this set's armor costume and helmet costume are not available during this time period, the weapon skin and pets are available for direct purchase on the item shop. And, as you might have noticed, the amulet needed for the set is a lolly, similarly to the Witch Doctor set. This means that if you get the Dokkaebi weapon skin, a lolly amulet, one of these pets, either the blue or the green, the Witch Doctor armor and helmet, and one of these broom mounts, you will get a set bonus of 250% experience, 2% strong against metin stones, and 5% strong against monsters, since you will be getting 150% experience from the left set and the rest of the bonus from the right set. Also, one of the mounts that you can use for this set, the Enchanted Broom, already gives you 30% experience and 10% strong against metin stones by itself, not to mention the 50% experience that the lolly amulet already gives you too. As you can see, this is a massive leveling boost. Please make sure to take advantage of this strong bonus experience set during this event if you need to level up some characters. So, I think this sums it up. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions regarding this event so that I can enlighten you. You can also leave suggestions of other topics that you would like me to cover in future videos. If you want to see more content like this, feel free to drop a like and subscribe to this channel. Also, if you want to directly interact with me, you can find me streaming at twitch.tv/goldenmedal1. Feel free to also check any of my other videos on this channel. And, if you're interested in coming back to Metin 2, please consider creating your Gameforge account using my invitation link in the description below, so that you can contribute to the growth of this channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace.